We're back on the early edge, and I'm joined by Calvin Wetzel to talk some WNBA. Some exciting times, Calvin, because we've got some big names that have come back from injury. Of course, Caitlin Clark, Kalia Copper. Your thoughts on how that impacts the WNBA as we head into the summer months?
Yeah, it's a great time for fans. The league is as healthy as it's been all year. In terms of Caitlin Clark, you saw she returned with a bang the other day on national TV, hung 100 on the best defense in the league and beat the previously undefeated Liberty, dropping over 30 in that one. So even though the Fever are now just back to 500 at 5-5 because they took some losses without Clark, that is a preview of what they can be with her in the lineup. That top two of New York and Minnesota might not be as set in stone as we thought if the Fever can make a push. And then with the Mercury, they've been a big three and a bunch of role players. That's kind of how their roster is constructed. Kalia Copper, one of those big three, hasn't played all year, and they were missing Alyssa Thomas for a few games as well. Thomas came back last week, and now Copper is back in the lineup. So for the first time all year, they have their big three fully healthy. Those role players and Satu Sabali really stepped up in their absence, and they've managed to go 8-4 even with some of those injuries. They're half game out of third in the standings. So this is another team now that they're fully healthy can really make a push to get one of those first round home court spots in the playoffs.
Great stuff coming from the W. You mentioned Caitlin Clark, and I mean that. Yeah, if you didn't watch the game, go back and watch it. Go back to watch the highlights. I mean, that was electric stuff, like it always is with Caitlin Clark, in my opinion. Talk to me about her MVP status. She's plus 250 to win the MVP. Any thoughts, pro or con, on that one?
Yeah, I don't really love the value here at plus 250. Obviously, she has a shot to win it, but no WNBA MVP has ever missed more than 5 games. Caitlin's already missed 5, so if she missed one more, she would have the most missed games ever for someone to win an MVP. Nafisa Collier, who's the odds-on favorite right now for MVP, leads the league in scoring. She's on the first-place team. She's the reigning defensive player of the year, as well as leading the league in scoring. So it's really hard to argue against her right now. You would probably have to see her get hurt to see someone else like Caitlin Clark enter in the conversation. And of course, like I said, the Fever are 5-5, and the Lynx only have one loss, so they would probably have to make up some ground in the standings as well. It's certainly possible, but at plus 250, I don't really love the value there.
All right, Calvin, let's get to some bets on a Monday night. Talk to me about your favorite side tonight.
I'm going with the Golden State Valkyries money line. You can get it at plus money right now, plus 106. They've won 3 in a row. 2 of those are against contenders in the Aces and Storm. And over that span, they have the second best defensive rating in the league. They're in the top half of the league in defensive rating overall, despite being an expansion team. It's a team that's okay giving up threes to weak shooters. They're not going to give you anything easy at the rim. They're fine playing zone. Natalie Nakase has done an outstanding job making this team tough to score on in her first year as a head coach. So I thought we might get them as favorites for the first time in franchise history today. We're not, but I think they should be. They're playing the last place 1-11 Dallas Wings. And yes, the Valkyries did lose a few players for the next couple weeks to the Eurobasket tournament. But this is a team that put together their roster through the expansion draft where everyone was allowed to protect 6 players. So their roster is basically everyone's 7th best player, which may mean they don't have a star, but it also means that they have depth and there's not a huge drop off from their top 1 or 2 or 3 players to their 8th or 9th or 10th players. So I think between this system and their depth, they still are very live to win tonight. And I love getting them at plus money.
All right, Calvin, we have about 60 seconds left. Let's get to give me 20 seconds on a total.
I'm going with the Dream Liberty under 163 or 163.5, depending on where you get it. These are 2 of the top 3 defenses in the league in terms of defensive rating. The Dream are also playing at the slowest pace in the league, and they take away the 3 and transition, which are the 2 areas where New York thrives the most. So I really love getting this total in the low to mid 160s. I think this could finish in the 150s.
All right, how about 20 seconds on your favorite prop of the night?
From that same game, we're going with Alicia Gray for the Atlanta Dream over 3.5 assists. 4+ assists is plus money, plus 100 at FanDuel. I think we've been getting low lines on the Atlanta wings, Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray, ever since Jordan Canada came back at point guard, because books look at that and think, well, the point guard's back, she's going to take the distributing duties. But this Atlanta offense is not really one where one player has the ball in her hands and distributes all the time. The wings, everyone's moving and passing all the time. So she's cleared this in all 4 games since Canada's back. I love her to clear it again.
All right, Calvin Wetzel, thank you very much. You can catch Calvin on The Early Edge, by the way, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock on the Sportsline YouTube channel, of course, on CBS Sports Network. Have a great Monday, everybody.